tunnel, but still realizing that there's a realistic, you're going to be dealing with it always, no matter what, you know? And it's kind of just like living, like Hello There is supposed to be like kind of a play off of Hell Here, which is our first track off Cold in the Dark, which is just, we just added the O and the T. And it was supposed to kind of be like facing your demons, you know, like Hello There, I see you, like it's, and just kind of walking head on into it.
Yeah.
And and I mean, I'd say like musically, if you haven't heard us, we're kind of like if like Motionless in White, Asking Alexandria, Currents, Bring Me the Horizon, and then like Architects had a baby in Tom Barber's basement. I don't know, like
I mean, there's going to be a lot of excited people. I can tell you now that you are going to be in love. Oh, I know you all in this chat. You're going to be blown away. So before we go into Before I Go, was there always a certain like track list? Was it always meant to go like this, the album, or was it kind of like a late process?
I'd say it was kind of like once everything was fully written, I'd say it musically, like instrumentally, there were some songs where we knew, like Before I Go, I heard the intro, and it was so kind of like, I don't know, it felt like it was so different. It almost had a sort of a post-hardcore pop punky vibe to it, but it was like I felt it was kind of out of the blue, but it had this energy, and I don't know, it reminded me of like something Good Charlotte would have done, maybe, I don't know, but it was just like, I was like, I feel like it would be really cool if we started with this epic build up and then this crazy strumming and blast beats, and all of a sudden out of nowhere it's just like boom, it just comes in really hard. So and I really was like, I think this needs to be the intro song.
I think,
and then of course
perfectly.
Yeah, thank you. And the cool thing about and then lyrically, that song was sort of like a fuck you to all the people who kind of like were kind of like gatekeep us and didn't really support us or want us, you know, and kind of shit on us throughout when we were first starting out. And it was kind of like we're still here, we're doing it anyways, and we're doing really well despite it. And that's the song. The title is supposed to be like, oh well, before I go, I just want to like.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it means. Is like, you know, it's like, and the whole "you should have wet for my throat" thing. That's like was kind of like the, you know, I don't like to make super angsty like fuck you stuff where it's calling. I don't like to do call out tracks, but like I wanted to write about stuff that made me mad and made me feel, and I was mad when I wrote the song. So you know,
Hell
and then
yeah.
you know Blackbriar we knew was going to be the ending song. I remember when I wrote the ending, I was like, bro, it's like Alanis Morissette. Like it's just this crooning, like sending, you know. So I don't know, but then the rest of it, it kind of came together where we wanted to be like, yo, we're gonna do like this pop punky song with Kaylee Wolfe, and then go straight into like a deathcore song. We're gonna do this super positive, uplifting song, and then this super pissed off because that's what life is like. You're on top of the world, and the next day something horrible happens, and your emotions are just like sent down the gutter. And you know, but we can get more into each track as we go. But yeah, you know, I mean, the order was supposed to be like an emotional roller coaster. That like that's what life feels like, you know. You're here and then you're there and then you're up and you're down, and you know.
Absolutely. I mean, what more do I need to say? Everyone's excited for Before I Go. So this is track one, everyone. Hope you enjoy. Tyler, sorry, I'll say now, sorry about the little delay there'll be, but we'll get through it. Enjoy, everyone. Let me know
It's
what
okay.
you think.
I'm just trying to figure out which camera to watch.
If anyone's got any questions for Tyler about any lyrics or any part of the track, just put them in the chat and we'll ask him. This is Before I Go.
Do you want me to wait till the song's done to answer questions?
Yeah, we can do it like that if you want. We'll keep it simple. This is Before I Go, everyone. Enjoy. That was before I go. I'm just waiting to see how long the delay is for Tyler.
I can hear you.
Are we all good? So I think everyone's blown away. So I think Ethan's obviously a big fan. He's from the SV group, as is Slayer. So you guys know how good it is. But yeah, what a song to kick off an album. I absolutely agree. The breakdown fits the song so well. It's crazy, and the chorus is so cool to listen to. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Oh, thank you.
Oh my God, there's so many comments. I'm trying
to. But what you said earlier, like the huge like breakdown and the pre-breakdown call out for should have gone for the throw is so huge, and I definitely think it was the best track for the album to open up. So why did you choose Never Knows Best to be the follow-up to that? And do you have anything you want to tell us about the track?
Well, real quick, I just want to make sure I'm trying to miss anything.
Oh, cool. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was because there's a lot. I hear some Elisana, bro. That's the throwback. Yeah, dude. I never think about Elisana when I'm writing, but I totally grew up on them. Emotionless and White Influence. I love to hear that. One More Light. Holy shit. One More Light. I'm not over Chester Bennington. I'm assuming that's a reference to Linkin Park.
It is. No one ever I don't think.
What a song to kick the album off with. Thank you, Lord Pap Schmear. What the fuck? Right? Oh my God.
That's my actual brother, but I don't have enough time to comment on where the name came from.
This great. I'll ask you about them in the DMs. How do you guys like the chorus and the breakdown? That's good things. What's the meaning behind the song? I guess the song is kind of like it's pretty much just a call out to like people who basically were trying to gatekeep and exclude our band from when we started out in the scene, and we couldn't really get shows around our local area when we started out, and so we kind of just went over their heads and made our name in other states, and then we came back and sold out the home venue, that was the first time we played that song, so it was validating. I'm not a big I try to keep egos out of music, but that was pretty much the song was like the one we're gonna stand on this hill and up you off song. But
I love it. So Never Knows Best, lyrically, song structure-wise, where we at?
This song is probably my favorite. Never Knows Best is, it's like tattooed on my hand. It's actually, the name is actually from an anime called Fooly Cooly. There's a giant wall scroll behind me of it, but it's kind of like an obscure text that just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it was like it didn't really have any meaning in the show, but it meant something to me, and I thought of it a lot when I was writing the song. But the song is basically about like getting over heartbreak and recognizing you're in a toxic relationship or that you're in an abusive relationship, or, you know, sometimes abuse isn't physical, it's mental and emotional. And sometimes you don't ever see it on the outside. Sometimes just living with someone and being around them is hell, even if they're not physically touching you, you know. And the song is kind of about rising above and having the strength to kind of cut them off no matter how much it might hurt to do it, because you know you have to. But like structure wise, I mean, it has probably my favorite chorus. It has like some of my favorite lyrics, like some of the most fun breakdowns. It's just overall, I feel like all of my favorite parts of metalcore in one song.
Yeah.
But I mean, and then it's got like the perks of being a wallflower quote at the beginning, because, you know, that movie was relevant to me because I was totally that kid in high school, you know.
Yeah. And
But
I think I saw on, was it Facebook or something the other day, this the Saving Vice song that you're most proud of?
yeah, I'd say so. I mean, this is that song where, like, if like a label or someone like this, or Endgame or Blackbriar maybe, but it's like if someone was like, oh hey, like you got one song to try to like reel us in, I would probably send them this one.
There you go. There you go. This is Never Knows Best, everyone. Enjoy.
We accept the love we think we deserve. We make them know that they deserve more. We can try.
It's not that I still feel her, but the emptiness remains. But I found a way to fight against the current that caught me in her wake. This is a lesson in heartbreak. Just see how in vain you what I give. Once again, these days you tell your face. Lost my life, that's what you cover the tracks. The past is out of focus, it's the first when I'm back. I swear I never loved you at all. I swear I never loved you. The days I spent dreaming, daydreaming, believing. Give me just a moment of your time. Let me follow the contours of your smile. I stare into the light and say you're the poison. I'll tell you I'll do this to make you believe. Your life will be a memory even tonight. Your ultimate's gonna get me in fear. Gaslighting, blaming, and faking your tears. Never let you walk across the ocean floor. Running by the weight of the steps that carry. You're so much better than I was before. It's just that I am not manifest destiny. I lost whatever I thought love was, but now I can see it starts with me. The days I spent dreaming, daydreaming, believing. Give me just a moment of your time. Let me follow the contours of your smile. It's time to let
Oh, what a track. Let me just say, I've just noticed David is here from Bury Tomorrow. Hello, David. So, Never Knows Best. Phenomenal. Now, on to next. I really want you to proper geek out over this one, because I always love every time I see you explain like how you came to the writing process and what inspired you to write Endgame.
Well, real quick, I just want to, whoever said, Ethan, the psycho, said this kind of gives me that early 2010s metalcore vibe mixed with the new. That's like exactly what we were going for, so thank you for saying that. And also shout out to everyone who said this is like your favorite band, Cadence. And then add in, I'm really glad that you got out of your situation. Medina might have got Madden. Medina.
No, it is Medina. Yeah, smashed it.
It is what it is. Yeah, just making sure I'm trying to. But yeah, so Endgame was the first instrumental we wrote for Hello There. We wrote it like in 2000. It actually was written the year Colder Than Dark came out. We knew it was going to be the first single. We kind of wrote it to be the first single for the album. It definitely has the most post-hardcore elements to it, which I really love because I grew up on a lot of that stuff. It's like the only song where the breakdown isn't really like a chugging breakdown. It's more of an ambient, like eerie, like discord. I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't have like your typical.
Yeah.
And but the song itself, actually, I've just like really, as you can see, I'm like really emotionally invested in like Marvel. So like,
you and Dav are gonna get on really well.
But yeah, I mean, I got Thanos like over here in my studio. But yeah, so pretty much like, I was on the way home from Infinity War, and I was just so shook by that movie, man. Like I was so emotionally invested, and I couldn't think about anything else. I must have saw the movie 5 times in theaters, and I was like, you know what? Like I have this just like so like I've been following this series for so long, that, like I'm just gonna pretty much write a song like about this whole saga and like this movie. So pretty much that's what I did, and then it coincidentally had the same title as what ended up being the sequel movie name. That was a complete accident. But yeah, if you look through it, it's like buried. There's all sorts of references and Easter eggs to the MCU in there. There's some quotes like if you really look closely in the lyrics, every Infinity Stone is named in the song. Like reality breaks, and then it's like so does the mind. Depths of space. Like if you look through every Infinity Stone, is like the word is in the lyrics somewhere. So I just I like that shit. I like lore and Easter eggs. Just like the movies do, where they plant all these hidden gems for the people who care the most, who are going to be paying attention. But then it also is like one of the most fun songs to play live. It'll probably always be played live. It's just so fun, and it's like got such a great chorus. It's probably my favorite chorus I've ever written.
Yeah, awesome.
But yeah.
Dav, what are you struggling at? I don't understand. This is Endgame. If anyone's got any questions, breathing intensifies. It's because you and Dav could have a very, very, very long conversation about Marvel. He is just like you. I love Marvel as much as the next guy, but I would say you and Dav are like another level. So.
Well, having said that, if you guys get a chance on Spotify and YouTube, if you look up Metalcore Nerds, I've been doing a weekly podcast with Sean Mott, and we have been basically following WandaVision every week, and so you can watch our review and our theories from every single episode, and we'll be doing our last one this week because the last episode's tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll be coming back to do the Sith Acolyte show when that show comes out. I'm gonna be doing another series. But it's been really fun, and you can really hear me geek out if you want to watch that. But definitely go check out Metalcore Nerds. It's really fucking sweet. It's a newer thing. Check it out.
I think what you need to do is have the king of metalcore, David, join you, because I promise it will be the best episode ever.
I'm down, dude.
Cheers for the follow, Ethan. I appreciate it, buddy. So yeah, this is Endgame. Get your Marvel glasses on and search those lyrics. Enjoy, everyone. think that could be my favourite Saving Vice song. Oh, it's funny enough. I just look to my left, and on my wall is the Avengers Endgame poster that I got when I left the cinema. So nice little full circle moment. Yeah. So let's just catch up. There was a question here from Cadence. How do you feel about listening to your music? I know a few of my friends can't stand hearing themselves play back. Just thought it was interesting.
So I actually listen to our music like all of the time because like I write the metalcore that I want to hear that no one else is making. So that's kind of, I feel like if you're not making music for yourself, how is your heart really in it? I don't know. So it's like I love listening to my music because I make like I feel like Saving Vice's music is basically, there's definitely things where I'm like, oh man, like I really like that Bring Me the Horizon song, but I just wish they had done this, this, and this. So it's like I'll just do that. You know, that's kind of like that's our attitude. We take the best parts of everything we like about the genre and we put it all together and leave the rest out. And so it's like if you're not making music that you want to listen to, why the fuck should everybody else? I don't. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how we look at it.
Yeah, definitely. I think like if you're in a band and you're making music, your band should kind of be like your favorite band. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cheers for the follow, Killer. So up next, obviously we can do a bit of plugging now. We've got Nerve Damage, which has just had an incredible video that's just released as well. So you should definitely, actually I'll link that and you can watch that. But lyrically wise and where it sits in the album, what are your points regarding Nerve Damage?
So Chase wrote that song, and so that song was pretty much about sort of like severing, like knowing when to walk away from a relationship or a friendship when the person isn't good for you or is toxic for you or kind of holding you back. You know, sometimes it's old friends, you know, sometimes it's people who maybe stabbed you in the back, or they're people pretending to be your friends, but they're literally making you feel bad about yourself. You know, it's kind of just knowing when to like celebrate being alone and being happy with yourself and not realizing that you don't need other people to validate you. So, you know, the whole like doors locked, lights off, pass the champagne is kind of like fuck y'all, I'm just going to go party by myself and like be happy and love myself, you know, and I don't need, you know, you don't need other people to make you feel like you're worth something, especially if they're the people making you feel worthless.
Absolutely.
You know?
I love it.
So.
This is Nerve Damage, everyone. And if Lisa or any of the mods, if you wouldn't mind just getting the link for the Nerve Damage video, if everyone could please click on it and then go watch it and give it a like. But this is Nerve Damage. Enjoy.
Perfection.
What a song. What a song. That ending. So, I'll just let you catch up if the stream's lagging behind a bit.
That is lagging, sorry.
No, it's cool. So you said Chase wrote that, and I think why it's so cool when, you know, some bands, especially in metalcore, have like dual vocalists, because you can really like adapt the range to be as huge as that track shows. Is that so do you always look to like you know, like share the load, or is it depends how the writing process goes?
It depends on the song. Usually, if the when Robbie writes the instrumental, we'll kind of like call dibs on something if we think it's more in our wheelhouse. Like I wrote the chorus and like the doors locked, lights off, past the shit. That was the only thing I wrote on that song. Was I wrote the whole chorus, and then I wrote the whole like As I Wander little Deftonesy thing. But the rest of it was Chase. Like, so it kind of depends on who's suited to it, and then sometimes we'll get together after and fill in the blanks. You know, there might be something where I'm like, oh, I was struggling with this one line, so like there's some songs that are more 50-50. But like, you know, Never Knows Best, I wrote that one. Before I Go, I wrote that one. Echoes from the Gutter, Chase wrote. You know, and I saw someone ask, my cat's name is Mara Jade after Luke Skywalker's wife.
Amazing.
Her name is Mara Jade Skywalker, and then I love all of you guys who are just making me feel like such a good vocalist right now.
You are.
I'm glad you guys love it. Thank you, man. I'm glad you guys are loving. I love you, all of you. Yeah, I hope it's everybody's anthem right now, because like sometimes people suck, and you gotta, you know.
That ending and those lyrics, like you said, that you wrote, that is something.
It's a party.
Yeah, that's something to live by.
Yeah, like you just want to fucking like woo, you know, just get drunk alone, but not because you're depressed, you know.
No, just because you can. So Eyes Up, which I know is obviously again tattooed on you. It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like the band. It was kind of the band's mantra in the song Once More off Colder Than Dark. That song was about how I gave up on music for a couple of years after I was in my old band and how I regretted it. And there's like a line where I say I wasted so much time giving up, wish I had stood up, eyes up, like looking forward instead of looking back, you know. And that was kind of like something I stood by, and it's like it's what we chant before we go on stage. I have fans that have eyes up tattoos, and it's kind of become something. So that song was really for the fans, and that's what the song is about, is like, don't waste time sitting still, you know. Don't race to red lights. You're gonna die no matter what, so you might as well try to make the most of the time on the way there, you know, and don't waste time sitting still, you know, and then regret it later. You know, you only have one shot, so use it and take it. Like, just do what you want to do. You just fucking do it. And, you know, I finally did that, and now Saving Vice is what it is. And if I hadn't, you know, I'd probably still be sitting on my ass watching other people make music, wishing I was. So that's what. And then we got Kaylee Wolfe from Rivals, who's another amazing band that's going to blow up, I'm pretty sure.
I agree. They are incredible, and her voice is insane.
She's incredible, and she was one of the only vocalists that we wanted to get for a guest vocal spot. And, you know, we got her early on in her career, but I feel like it's going to probably pay off later.
Absolutely. Enjoy, everyone. This is Eyes Up. Again, any questions for Tyler, get them in the chat.
And this is like this is like our Day to Remember song. Like
this is the A Day to Remember song. Here we go. Eyes Up, featuring Kaylee from Rivals. Enjoy, everyone. You all love that. I love this so much. Yeah. I love that song so much just because of the lyrics. I think it's something everybody who's feeling down needs to listen to and do more. Amazing song.
Sorry, I have to mute myself, or I have to mute the second screen because it's like delaying and playing both. Hang on.
Yeah, I know. You're handling it perfect. David, thank you so much for the gifted subs. That's very kind, man. Thank you so much. Love you. What have we got? I love this so much. Yeah, again, deep breaths, keep breathing. Amazing lyrics that I suggest just everybody.
Thanks, man.
Everybody just. Yeah, that is.
I mean, I sometimes feel like I'm a better lyricist than I am a singer. Even like I think like if people, I really hope that people really read all of the lyrics because I put like so much effort into making sure that they really hit home with like a lot of people. I take a lot of pride in the writing, even more than I do. You know, I think I'm always getting better as a vocalist. I'm never really happy, but it's like the one thing I'm like sure of. It's like, oh hey, like if I needed to make money, I could just get paid writing songs for people because I have so much going on that I'll never even get to use with our music. Like some of our songs I just write like slam poems. You know, it's like they just come out. They just like The Spire. I wrote that entire song in one sitting, just making it up as I went, and it just happened to fit with the music. I didn't even change it. Like that entire song was like freestyled. It's weird. Like, you know, sometimes. So I really appreciate when people attach themselves to the words because it means a lot to me.
Yeah, I definitely think like Lisa, One More Light, and another few, and I know Caden, so obviously that track means a lot, but I think that'll definitely become a favourite song that they'll listen to. I know them that well. It is a stunning song, so props to you.
Who told me to thank you. Who told me to run their life? What was that? Someone's...
that sounds very much
One More Light. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should run my life. I like am that person everyone comes to for advice in my friend circle.
I love it. So we've got a heavy boy next, Echoes from the Gutter.
The heavy boy.
The heavy big boy. Anything you want to add before we play it?
So we wanted to have at least one song where just me and Chase were screaming and there was no singing at all. And Chase wrote this song about, because it was more in his wheelhouse, how stylistically it was kind of written for him. And we wanted to have, so he pretty much wrote the song about how like the music scene, at least where we are, like the reason music scenes shrink and go down the toilet is because everyone's too busy stepping on each other and shitting on each other rather than supporting each other. And that's kind of what ultimately, it's like the gatekeeping in the music scene of being like, oh no, bands like this suck, or bands like this shouldn't play shows, or like trolling each other instead of just coming together and trying to have mixed genre shows. Just about the people who pretty much ruin the scene by trying to control everything 100%. Because they don't like certain things.
Yeah. And
Echoes from the Gutter is supposed to be like the voices, you know, to ignore the echoes from the gutter, because that's what they are. They're just like rats, you know.
Amazing.
And the song's pretty straightforward with the energy on that subject.
Yeah, you'll get it as soon as you hear it. You'll get what the song's trying to be. But again, it's another amazing little promo from Tyler Small. Exactly, they're just rats. This is Echoes from the Gutter, everyone. Enjoy. Any questions? Put them below. Brace yourselves. was Echoes from the Gutter. I think you all liked that, didn't you? Let's just say hello quickly. Matalani Festo, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Harriet, welcome to the stream. AJ Drops, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I love the energy that was put into song and the breakdown is so sick.
All the things you like in one place for metalcore. That's why I'm here. You know, it's like that's like what that's the goal.
You're getting all the comments that you want to hear.
Yeah, one-stop shop. Like, you know, I think that's the cool thing about our music that we've always wanted to do is like give you every subgenre that you love in one album, but have it all sound like the same band, you know?
Yep. Absolutely, 100%. And I definitely think bands, especially nowadays, are kind of wanting to turn away from like the sound that they've become accustomed to. And I love how like loyal you guys are to your genre. Very much like Bury Tomorrow, Dab say it. You know, it's just metalcore till death. I love it.
And it's like we'll do both, you know. I mean, like I can tell you right now that the next song that we will be releasing is the most different thing you've ever heard from us, but it still slaps. Like, and it's still like, and if we drop something where people are like, I don't know if I love this direction, it'll never be one. Not to say One Direction, but it'll never be One Direction. it'll like the next song we have coming after it goes straight back to like the heavy currents level heavy shit. So it's like we're always gonna dabble in everything, but it's always gonna sound like us. So it's like if you're not happy with it's kind of like the weather in Vermont. If you're not happy with the song, just like wait a couple minutes. Like the next one will do it for you. So
I love it, but this is something I'm hoping in, especially this year, metal fans who. This is for me what I always say. It's the best genre with the worst fans because they're so like unaccepting of a band wanting to branch out and try new things. So I'm hoping this year bands can try something and not get just shit on. So fair play to you. I absolutely.
Yeah, but I feel like the bands that do that though, like they get shit on, but they gain more fans than they lose.
Yeah.
So definitely. It's like, you know, and I mean. People come around a lot of the time also. I mean, yeah, like we want to put out music that is going to make all the people happy who hate New Bring Me the Horizon and make people happy who prefer New Bring Me the Horizon. Like we'll always be like, I don't see any reason. See, that's what was my thing. I was like, why does it Bring Me the Horizon? Just make an album that's half Ammo, half Sempiternal.
Yeah.
Like why the fuck?
Everyone is going to be happy. Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't you do that? So that's what we do. You know, it's like, yeah, we're going to try new shit. But then that's why I love Motionless in White. Motionless in White will always push the envelope, but they will always sound like Motionless in White for at least a bunch of tracks, you know, and that's one of the reasons I look to them a lot is because they never lose their sound, but they always have a new sound.
Yeah, that's what like, I've had lots of talks, like, if Matt Tuck just wrote another Bullet album that sounded like Her Voice Resides, they'd get a #1 again. But like it's just that kind of thing with some bands that aren't willing to kind of, I don't know, maybe do a bit of fan service. I don't hate Motionless in White, Jade. I just think there's better bands that do it better, like Saving Vice. Sorry, that's just my personal.
I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna. That's for other people to say. That's not for me to say.
I respect them. I just think there's better bands. Sorry. Right, let's go on to Broken Window.
Got the next one. Okay, so Broken Window is like the one. Oh, it's weird. It's like it's not a political song as much as it is a political song because it's about how things are political that should never have anything to do with politics, that are just wrong, that things that are just, there's right and wrong. And it's just how me and Chase were just infuriated and wrote the song really pissed off. And, you know, it's about, you know, people shoving their religion into other people's lives and putting religion in the government and having, you know, things that some people have nothing to do with influence their lives, and how, like, people are more concerned with money than making sure the planet is livable, and all of these horrible corrupt things that just get swept under the rug, and how the Overton window has shifted so much, which is what the title's about, and is kind of broken, which is like the perception of what is acceptable in society every day. And like the fact that like you can even be a Proud Boy or in the KKK and not go to jail is ridiculous. Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like that shit shouldn't even be a thing. It shouldn't be like people will be like, well, it's just my opinion that I'm a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like that's not an opinion. That's not politics. You're just evil. Like so, and that's what the song's about. Is like we need to put the window back into perspective where like what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right. And it's like, you know, you can believe in whoever you want, but my imaginary friend doesn't tell you what to do with your body, and your imaginary friend doesn't tell me what to do with my body. Like, period. You know, and that's kind of like what it is. So
yeah, so a hugely relevant song for these horrible times that we're living in, really. But I 100% agree with everything. So enjoy, everyone. This is Broken Window. was Broken Window, and can I just say, a lot of the comments from that song were amazing. A lot of people, 2 people saying that's their favourite track. I love that.
I appreciate you guys. I know. I'm glad you guys liked all the strings and the backtracks and all that stuff. And the range and stuff of the vocals. It's like, I hate 2 vocalist bands most of the times, and the only reason I agreed to join the band was if we made sure that we made it so that no one person could be the vocalist of Saving Vice and do everything me and Chase do. And I think between the 2 of us, we can kind of do everything. And we really wanted to be like the Linkin Park of metalcore in that way. It's like where you really didn't ever feel like one of us was expendable. You know what I mean? And I love seeing that, because I feel like in every other 2 vocalist band, you eventually don't need one of them.
Yeah, no, I do get what you mean. And if you are talking about a band with 2 vocalists that you need both of them, you would say Linkin Park. So it's a great, it's definitely a great, comparison. There's some amazing comments. I love the comment like, there is so much going on, but none of it's overdone or overwhelming. And again, how much people love the strings over the top of the ridiculously heavy, guitar parts and vocals.
I love movies. I love cinematic movie scores, and you can hear that in our music. Before I go specifically, the intro vibe, and that same intro synth that plays before the breakdown, it was actually inspired by Thanos' theme. I remember there was the part when Cap gets Mjolnir and you really think he's gonna win for 1 second, and then Thanos just fucking wrecks him and tosses him.
Yeah.
And you see, and when Cap's just barely trying to get up, and it's you hear that that creepy, eerie, depressing,
I know exactly what you mean. I love it.
That the theme rolls back in, and I was that's what I want to feel before a breakdown, is that intensity. I wanted to have that. So, we try to have that very cinematic, big. If you go to a Saving Vice show and we're in a good venue, it's just it sounds so huge. It's really fun. That's why we do it, because I think people shit on backtracks, but they forget how much it enhances the live experience.
Oh, I love backtracks. They
yeah. And is where we get our biggest hype, is when we play shows. So it's why wouldn't we build our songs to go off live?
Yeah.
So
I completely agree. So on to one of my favorites next, which is Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, so this song is so the song contextually is about a fear of growing old and running out of time, not living your life, not getting to do everything you wanted to do, wasting your life. It's the fear of aging, looking older, feeling older, being too old to do the things you want to do, not knowing what happens when you die, that crisis and impending doom, and facing your own mortality. And for me, I am such a nostalgic person. I love all the stuff I grew up on, as a kid and everything. And for me, Kingdom Hearts was such a huge part of my childhood. And it was a big escape for me, because it took me to all these places, and it was such this creative, crazy, huge world. And it had all these lessons about friendship and these long built on, things. And I just remember a lot, I think about nostalgia and the things that I cling to from my past, and Kingdom Hearts was just a really big part of that. So there's a lot of references from the game in the song, because I felt things, there's the quote when Roxas realizes that he's gonna vanish and become part of Sora again, and he's not a real person. He's oh, it looks like my summer vacation's over. And it's that's what it feels like when you get old, man. It feels like when you get older, it feels like you'll never have that again. You'll never live those years again. And there's just aspects of it that made me think of that. So I kind of used references. Hollow Bastion is obviously it's just Hollow Bastion, the place from the game, but broken into 2 words, which means empty fortress or empty vessel, which is kind of what your body is.
Yeah.
So it's so yeah, there's all of our songs have layers of meanings and metaphors. But the chorus was because I always have nightmares about my teeth falling out and crumbling in my mouth, which is supposed to be a sign that you're afraid of aging. So that's kind of where that's actually where I started writing the song, was with that line in that chorus, because of a nightmare I had.
Amazing. This is Hollow Bastion, everyone. Enjoy. That's a spicy track. Oh, it's probably my favourite Saving Vice chorus. It's just so good. Yeah, amazing track. Up next, we're on to So Safe.
Sorry, I just caught up. I realized that I wasn't muted. Sorry, I was typing. My guitarist was blowing me up about the new demo, and I was like, I can't talk right now. I'm in the UK. I was like,
It's cool, dude. No worries. Well, I didn't hear it. It's fine.
Let's see. What do we got in the questions real quick? Bear Pit approved. I think that's a good thing.
Bear Pit are a metalcore band from Bristol in the UK who are very good friends of the stream, and you would love them. So
I love it. Man, yeah, dude, I love all the fucking love I'm getting. I love getting to do this too because it gives me a chance to kind of like be over there but not be over there. I mean, I don't know if everyone on here is actually from your area or not, but it's cool to like
mostly UK, but we've got a lot of Europe, like people in just Europe as well. Like there's some Germany, there's Belgium, there's loads. Cadence is from New Zealand, so it really is global.
Love it. I love it. And like it's funny too because we've talked about, and I can't say anything confirm wise, we've talked about filming a live show thing to stream out to the world this year because of COVID. So I would love to do that, and that way everybody on the planet who likes Saving Vice could buy a ticket and watch the show.
We would
I would love to do that. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, thanks you for everyone. I'm glad you guys love the vocals. I'm glad you guys like the meanings of the songs. I love that. Yeah, I missed your accent too, because I like grew up hanging out with Asking Alexandria and shit, and like it brings me back to like the 2010 metalcore days.
It's funny you say that, because half of Asking Alexandria actually were from my hometown. So
oh really?
Yeah,
that's funny as fuck.
James the drummer went to a school near it, and I think Danny's originally from Hull, I think. But yeah, he's a different guy now. He's a cowboy.
Yeah, me and actually, I haven't talked to him in years, but it's funny too, because like now I've kind of done my own thing, so maybe one day I'll end up crossing paths again.
Yeah, I know. But, you guys used to be pretty good friends, didn't you, with the guys?
Yeah, I owe him a lot. I mean, like he kind of brought me into this world and gave me a lot of pointers. I learned a lot. A lot of the things that made Saving Vice successful were things I learned from him when Asking was starting out. He taught me everything he knew, so it was kind of like everything I know about his success and his failures got used in our, a lot of what we did. So, but yeah, so safe is like the only all clean song on the album. It's like definitely the radio ballad. I actually wrote it kind of for and about my girlfriend. So I live with her now. We've been together for about 4 years. But when I first joined Saving Vice, the year I joined the band, I met her when I was in Washington, which is on the opposite side of the country. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm in Vermont, where like Bernie Sanders lives. I'm in like the top corner, like top right corner of the U.S., and she is in the top left corner. So, we were doing long distance for 2 years, and I only saw her like, for a couple days, 3 or 4 times a year for like 2 years. And then she finally moved out here so I could keep doing Saving Vice. But So Safe was pretty much like about the long distance anxiety and the stress. And like, it's like, it sucks constantly wondering if your loved one's going to die on a plane, and you're always flying. You're always like, you're never together when shit goes bad. You're always trying to keep up with the time difference, and it just sucks. And like a lot of people know what that's like, especially during COVID, because a lot of people are separated from each other right now. So Safe is pretty much, she would always say, "Be so safe" to me on the phone. So that was kind of why I named the song. And that's like the line in the chorus. So it's definitely the sappy song, but we're all saps in this band. So, and I think you guys are all saps too, just whether you admit it or not. So
absolutely. And now look, you're the Vermont power couple. So everything works out. So yeah, I mean, I personally love a ballad. I love melodic vocals. You know me. I love a bit of sap. So I know a lot of people in here are as well. So this is what we.
Yeah, and what Cadence said too. Yeah, like go check out So Safe acoustic. If you like guys like what you hear, there's an acoustic version of So Safe. There's a piano version of Never Knows Best that's all clean. And then we also have a Bring Me to Life Evanescence cover, and we did an acoustic cover of Another Life by Motionless in White. So if you like soft stuff, we have a whole bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, and we opened the starting soon was the Black Ice acoustic, which is incredible. So enjoy. Yeah. This is one of those, Lisa. Enjoy, everyone. This is So Safe.
Tangled up in the sheets until I see you again. Tangled up in the sheets until I see you again. Now you're so close to me, yet you're so far away. Drowning in the rain, living in my own. Haven't seen you in a while. Be so sad, be so sad.
Man, I love that song. I think the reason I love it so much is like the high part and the melody and the chorus really like gives me Aaron Gillespie vibes. I proper hear the Aaron Gillespie, which I know you as a fellow Under Oath devotee. Yeah, I know we're obsessed. So yeah, those the high parts of that really gives me Aaron Gillespie vibes, which I'm sure is.
Oh yeah. It definitely like I didn't. No one's ever told me that before, but it's probably a subconscious thing that I didn't mean to do. But I grew up listening to that. So yeah, absolutely. That croon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
we
say.
Yeah. Like if you go listen just to the Almost and listen to his what was it? You know, his solo band, and you listen to I can't remember what Chokehold. You listen to Chokehold and listen to those notes, it really reminds me of that kind of, like you say, that raspy kind of melodic.
I'll have to re-listen to that song again to see what you're talking about. And someone asked who did the animation for Nerve Damage. So it was my friend Billy Barber. He it's Dead Eyes Art is what his like company is called. He also plays guitar in a band called Imperial Tide. So he designed our Snake SV logo. He did like the Blackbriar anime girl creepy t-shirt, and he also did Spirit Box's animated video. He did Attack Attack's animated video. So yeah, he's the guy. So if anybody needs an anime video, go to Dead Eyes Art.
Yeah, that's an impressive resume that he's got there. Amazing work. I completely agree. Now already we're on to the last track, which is again a nice little flip on what the last track was. So Blackbriar.
So this is like I'd say like the lore track of like the album. This song is like this is like the album art personified. This is like Blackbriar is supposed to be like the dark place in your mind where all of your bad shit lives, where everything you're running from or hiding from or dealing with is. And so in the music video, the twins, who are also known as the Little Ghouls on Instagram. They also are now a musical artist who were just featured in AP called Satin Puppets. They're like these twins who are just super creepy and super creative. And they basically are the girls on the cover. They flew out from the West Coast to be in the music video for the Blackbriar. And basically they represent like the demons chasing us through the forest and shit in the video. And it's like this ritual. They also are the ones whispering on the album when they say hello there. That's their voices in the beginning.
Yeah.
So they're kind of part of the Saving Vice lore is the twins. They don't really have a name, but like it's kind of like something where like you will probably see the twins again somewhere in the Saving Vice future. But they kind of just they're a part of the band now, and the Blackbriar is basically about just the fact like dealing with the shit in your head and the fact that you have to live with it no matter how hard you try to run with it or get over it. You can take meds, you can fight it, but it doesn't go anywhere. So, and then, and it's probably musically the best song on the album. It's most people's favorite song. It's a lot of the band's favorite song. It's got like this crazy Alanis Morissette ending, but has like one of the heaviest songs at the same time. It's just like
it's so heavy in sections.
Yeah, it's the last track, and hearing it right after So Safe was very intentional because you go from this beautiful love song into this dissonant, creepy, like, because that's what it was like. I would like get home from seeing my girlfriend and then I'd go right back into my depression and it creeps up on you like that. And that's what we want it to be, is like, no matter how good things get, in the end of the day, you're still living with it. So thanks guys for chilling. This is Hello There, and this is the last track of the Blackbriar. Hope you guys like it.
Enjoy, everyone. If you got any last questions for Tyler after listening, let us know. Enjoy. This is probably my favourite on the album. This is Blackbriar.
We march into the forest as we search for the light. We're reflected in the aftermath of the crime. Dead of night. As we reach and touch the fingers that emerge from the blood, we're liberated into fiction like the rays of the rays. I lost my nerve in my head, and I lost myself. My hands are silent, future shine, I was got to go. The floor is my home again, my bones are made of stone. The floor is my home again, my bones are made of stone. Surrounded by all my friends, but I die here alone. Run from yourself, but you can't.